Good morning, everyone. This morning I want to read a verse from 1 Samuel 30 and verse 6. David was greatly distressed because the men were talking of stoning him. Each one was bitter in spirit because of his sons and daughters. But David found strength in the Lord his God. This was a very challenging time for David. He was in immense distress. His city was taken. His family was taken. The family of his soldier were taken, and those David probably think that would understand or would be there for him, they were the one trying to stone him. But one thing we can, or a few lessons we can learn from David is, one, he first turned to God, because he didn't rely on his own strength, his own ability, but he seek comfort, he seek guidance in God first and not in others, because he know that God was his source of strength. God was his shepherd, God was his shield, God was his protector and his help in time of trouble. And we too, when we're faced with trials, when we're faced with situations, circumstances, instead of turning to others first, we need to turn to God first, because God wants us to come to him. He wants us to take all our cares, all our burden to him first, as it should be. Another thing we can learn from this is David remembered God's faithfulness. David reflected, he meditated on God's word, and he find that when the lion, when the bear, when Goliath, they came against him, because God was his strength, he was able to defeat that giant. And David reflected also on God's promises, as in Psalms 46 and verse 1, that God is a refuge and strength, and he is ever present in time of trouble. So that also can be a powerful reminder to us. And lastly, seek God guidance after encouraging himself, because sometimes we're faced with situation and we probably look to others to encourage us, but David first looked to God. When he reflected on God's word and God promise, then he was able to encourage himself. Sometimes it's a song that encourages us, sometimes it's a verse in the Bible that encourages us. And just meditating and reflecting on God's word, we can find that when our spirit feels down, it is just reading and reflecting on God's word, meditating upon his word, that it refreshes our spirit. So this is teaching us that in time of distress, in time of trouble, in time of uncertainty, instead of turning to others first, turn to God first, because he'll always be there for you. And we can see that God's word are very precious to him, and we are so important to God that sometimes we don't even know that. We see that when God make a promise, is to Sarah, it said God visited Sarah as he had said, and God did to Sarah as he has promised. And that's in Genesis 21 and verse 1. God's word is so precious to him that he said, even though I am in awe of my creation, my word is more precious, because the word is Jesus. In the beginning was the word, which is Jesus. So he said, before his precious word passed away, heaven and earth shall pass away. I hope this message encourage someone, that you'll find strength, assurance, and help in God.